This video will cover the next 2 tips to help you answer money word problems accurately and in less time. Before we start, you must be confident converting values of money from pound to pence and vice versa. 2 rules you must know. When converting from pound to pence, you have to time by 100. And when converting from pence to pound, you have to divide by 100. Below are some examples. Now let's start with tip number 2. Use 1 unit in your formula, either pence or pound. When answering money word problems, you will be given more than 1 unit. You must use only 1 unit in your formula, either a pound or a pence. Let's answer this question to clarify the tip below. Let's clarify this tip using the following question. George paid £80 to hire a scanner. If it costs 80p per day to hire a scanner, then how many days did George hire the scanner for? Clearly, in this question, you were given 2 money values in different units, £80 and 80p. Before you start answering this question, you must convert one of those values from one unit to another. You can either convert 80p to 0.8 of a pound when dividing 80p by 100. If you felt less confident with decimals, then it might be easier for you to convert £80 to 8000p by timing 80 by 100. You could either convert 80p to 0.8 of a pound if you divide 80p by 100. If you felt less confident dealing with decimals, then it might be easier for you to convert £80 to 8000p by timing £80 by 100. Now let's start answering the question. To find the cost of a scanner hire, I need to time 80p by the number of days. In my formula, I'm going to convert the pence to pounds, so I'm going to use 0.8 times number of days. So 80 equals to 0.8 times number of days. To solve this equation, we must use the inverse now. So we divide 0.8 by 0.8 and 80 by 0.8 to find the number of days. This means the number of days equals to 100. Now let's have a look at the next question. Question number 2. Jack paid £35 to hire a movie. If it costs £5 and 60p per day to hire a movie, then how many days did Jack hire the movie for? Pause the video and have a go. This question is slightly different to the previous question, basically because Jack will be paying a fixed amount and a variable amount. A fixed amount which is equal to £5 and a variable amount that varies by the number of days. Again, this question includes 3 money values and one of them has got a different unit from the other 2. In this case, I'm going to convert 60 pence to 0.6 of a pound, as it would be easier for me to use this value in my formula. Now let's define the equation or the formula to answer this question. The cost of movie hire equals to £5, which is the fixed value, plus 0.6 times the number of days. 0.6, which is the 60p, converted into 0.6 of a pound. We know that Jack paid £35. This means 35 equals to 5 plus 0.6 times the number of days. To solve this equation now, we need to use the inverse of BODMAS. So the first thing we need to get rid of is any subtraction or addition we have in the equation. In our case, we need to get rid of 5. To get rid of 5, we need to take away 5 from both sides. This leaves us with 30 equals to 0.6 times the number of days. The next thing we need to do is get rid of 0.6. 0.6 is timed by the number of days, and the inverse of times is division. So we divide both sides by 0.6. 30 divided by 0.6 equals to 50. 0.6 divided by 0.6 equals to 1. This means the number of days equals to 50. More of similar questions will be covered in the algebra videos. You can subscribe to gain access to those videos. Now let's move on to tip number 3. Define the formula before starting calculations. It is a common mistake that students start working on the calculations before they define the formula, and they're likely to end up with more mistakes. Let's clarify this tip using the following question. James bought 6 packs of pens. Each pack cost 98p. How much change did James have left if he had originally £10? Most students are likely to start working out the cost of 6 pens and likely to use this value as an answer to the question. And that's because they will be under pressure to complete all questions in time during the test. And they're likely to forget about the £10 and the fact that the question is asking for how much James had left. The best approach to answer this question accurately is by defining the formula. Money James had left equals to £10 take away the cost of 6 pence. This way you guarantee you will not forget about the £10. Using tip 1, you should be able to work out the cost of 6 pence accurately and quickly. This equals to 6 times 98p, which also equals to 6 times £1 take away 0.02, which is equals to 6 take away 0.12, and that's equal to 5.88. We'll use this value in our main formula, so £10 take away the cost of 6 pence should give you the answer to the question. £10 take away 5.88 equals to £4.12, and that's the answer to your question. If you like the video and would like to see more of similar videos, then click on like or subscribe to gain access to practical questions. If you'd like to see similar videos on similar topics, then send me a comment. Or you can click on the next video, Money Word Problems Part 3.